Hello and welcome everyone. I hope you all are keeping yourself healthy and are safe in this lockdown. While in this lockdown, we have lots of time to catch up with our reading and pursue our hobbies. I have picked up a challenge to complete a book in every 48 hours. As a part of this series, I have picked up Never Grow Up by Jackie Chan. It's an autobiography of Chan's life story from childhood years at the China Drama Academy, his big breaks in Hong Kong, and further his journey in Hollywood. What I intend to do in this presentation is to pick up few key takeaways which I think we all can implement in our life, and if we are already implementing, maybe it's a good time to revisit. So, without much further ado, let's start. First, a life in brief about his initial years. He was born in Hong Kong in April in 1954 in the year of the horse. On his birth, his parents got an offer to exchange him for money, but his parents decided to keep him. He was born in a relatively poor family, with his father was a chef in the embassy of French embassy and his mother was a helping hand there. While in his birth only he was quite huge, that's why he was called as a giant baby and it was came in a newspaper also. He was never good in studies from the childhood and his mind was always into physical activities while he was growing up. The first lesson that I take away from his book is the importance of education. Now, we all feel that once we are famous in our life, the education is not important. But the way Jackie mentioned in his autobiography that reminds me and makes me think again about the importance and the value of education in our life. Generally what happens is people who are grew up in the poor family, they always crave for wealth and they think that the wealth is the ultimate goal. There's nothing wrong in that, having a wealth and keeping it a target, but it's not correct to oversight education. Jackie gives a very good example. While he got famous, people used to come to him for autographs and this, right, like we say, like with to John with love, Jackie Chan. And but he could barely write his name in Chinese, and because of that he used to hide away from giving the autographs, because if people used to say that, okay, write me with love with yours John to Jackie Chan, he doesn't know how to write the initial bits, and he used to feel ashamed for that. And this thing really made me think about the value of education, and education can never ever completely be a alternative for a wealth. Yes, indeed, we need wealth in life, we should keep it a target, but we should not oversee the education for that. And he gives another example of Bruce Lee as a man who comes from the similar background. He was famous martial arts, famous in the movies, but he was a really learned man, and that really helps you even to form your character, even to build up your full charisma out of it. So we should put proper importance to the education. Next thing is what really strikes me about the significance of routine in our life. Now, we all see that Jackie Chan became a very famous actor and he was very popular. He really earned name, fame, money. But we should always think about the hard work that has gone behind him. For 10 years, his routine was, when he was growing up, he was practicing Kung Fu. His routine was to wake up 5 in the morning, have breakfast, practice Kung Fu till midday, have lunch, practice Kung Fu till 5, have dinner, practice Kung Fu till 11. And this is what he was doing day in and day out, again and again and again for 10 years. So we all, what I wanted to say is that there is a great importance of having a routine and follow perseverance, grit in the life to meet your goal. Success is not overnight. We all keep seeing the success of the famous people and maybe we envy or jealous about them, but we should understand the kind of hard work they have put behind to come up with the success what they have been bestowed in their life. Coming to the next point is about work and life. Now, I think a part of the book, a quite a big part of the book, Jackie mentioned about how he kind of gave more importance to the work and always have not given the right importance to his family. He brings a few examples. For example, when his wife was pregnant and she was about to do delivery of the baby, he couldn't be in with his wife in the labor room because he was busy in shooting somewhere. Similar way, once his child asked him to come back, to that papa, can you come and pick me up from the school? And he said, yeah, that day he will pick him up from the school. And he went to the school and waited for him, and his child never turned up. And he came back home, and then he said that, oh, why did you turn up in school? I was waiting for you. And it seems that he was just standing outside the primary school, and his child was by that time studying in the middle school. So you can imagine the amount of focus he had for work, and because of that he couldn't give proper time to his family. We should always try to give a proper work-life balance. And Jackie mentions it quite often that initially he used to think that one day he will be gone and the only thing that will remain forever is his movies, his work. But we should not, we should not oversight, and we should not think that our family is a second priority. We should give our work and family similar kind of importance in our life, and that will go us a long way. Next thing that I liked about the book is about how Jackie mentions about love and respect. While he was growing up and he was in a Shaolin in a kung fu school, where his mom used to come every weekend to meet with him because he was studying there as a kung fu artist, and doesn't used to stay with his parents. She used to bring water. Those days water in China was a scarcity, and his mother used to bring water from long distance, from miles, in the bucket so that he can should I take a good bath. And Jackie used to feel a little bit ashamed that people will tease about that, his mama's boy, and his mom is bringing up the water for him. But in hindsight, it shows that how fool he was, and he accepts that shows the love that his mother has for him. And we should always think about our parents, the love and respect, and what we can do for them. We see, and he also mentions about that often what happens is we do not pay proper respect, we do not give time to our elders, our parents while they're alive, and when they are gone we just throw a lavish anniversary party for them. Or what we do is we go to their cemetery and we spend time there. But it's good. I'm not saying that it's not good, but what is more important, because what we're doing is that time we are just helping to maybe put our conscience at rest, that yes, we are still paying respect to our parents, our elders. But what is important for them, the elders and parents, is to give time to them while they are alive, to visit them, to talk to them as often as possible. And that is more important than giving respect them when they are gone. And we should always keep that in mind. The last point that I want to mention is about the famous father in famous child, and that's quite it's quite common in the society generally that the second generation is not as good, maybe for n number of reasons, because of the parental pressure, because of the society demands them. Oh, if it is Jackie Chan's son, then he must be better than Jackie Chan, and all those pressure. They couldn't live up with it. And so he says that if people are born in a always in a more fortunate environment, they do not know the amount of hard work, energy and perseverance that goes behind it, and that plays up with their future, of the child's future, because they think everything for granted. That plays one part of it. The other part is also, I think, that famous people couldn't give the time to their kids because they are busy with their professional life, their career, and that affects the upbringing of the child and what he can achieve. So Jackie mentions again and again that if if there's a one point that I want you all to take away from this book is, however successful you are or whatever your goal is or how busy you are, please do not ever try to keep your family in the second priority. Give them the time that they deserve, because your family will be your strength and they will help us in all the ways to achieve your goals in your life. And that's the one takeaway we should all take from Jackie Chan's this book. Thank you very much. I hope you will like this book and you will be able to pick up few of the lessons that I've shared in your life if you have not already putting it in place, or it's a good revision for you. I wish you all a very happy day. Stay safe. Speak to you all soon. Thank you.